And now, a word from our sponsors.
To this. What is a party? It's an association of like-minded individuals. They follow the same political ideology, who have the goal of implementing those views of society by gaining office. Every party has 5 main functions. These functions include creating a political program of action, otherwise known as a manifesto, contesting in elections, representing their constituencies, forming government, and also, very importantly, educating the people, just like as they try to do with the EU referendum. We need to be aware of 2 important terms. They're called consensus politics and adversary politics. Note that adversary politics is actually quite different to adversarial politics. The first refers to there being wide differences between political parties in terms of ideologies and policies, whereas adversarial politics is a style of politics involving a great deal of argument and aggression. You will not be asked about adversarial politics. So there you go. Don't say adversarial politics ever again in your life. You don't need it. Okay, so consensus politics is a period of time in which there is a general agreement between parties over usually particular policies, but it can be in general. So an example of that is in 2010 when the general election led to a coalition government between the Conservative Party and the Liberal Democrat Party. So on the other hand, we have adversary politics, and it's just the opposite of it, really. It's a high degree of ideological conflicts between the main parties. It's usually caused by a two-party system, and you could say that currently we're actually going through adversary politics. Anyway, to finish this video, we need to talk about 3 really easy concepts that you can find on the political spectrum. And we'll start off with my favorite, clearly. So, on the left of the political spectrum, we have what is known as socialism. Socialism is defined by its traits of collectivism, equality, and state economic planning. You could say that the Labour Party has actually received a high influence from socialism, but you cannot say that the Labour Party is a socialist party. It's actually better defined as a democratically social party. Okay, so on the right hand of the spectrum, we have the total opposite, which is conservatism. Conservatism is defined by political views that favor the free enterprise, private ownership, and socially traditional values. So examples of that could be Theresa May pledging to invest £3 billion into the housing sector, and also back in 2014, a majority of the Conservative government actually voting against passing same-sex marriage legislation. And last but not least, we have liberalism. Liberalism is characterized by the change in political, economic, and the social status quo in favor of the well-being and the liberties of the individual. Easy, right? Please remember to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe, and check out my other videos if you're interested in learning more about politics. I'm going to come out with a whole bunch of new videos, not just study revision anymore, but more like political vlogs and more about American politics. And I'm also going to open another channel, and it's going to be more about learning languages, starting with Japanese because I have a really big interest in it. So go ahead and check that out too.
And now, a word from our sponsors.